Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today with a bit of a review slash demo slash swatch video of a new Colourpop collab with Laura Lee Los Angeles. Yeah, so it's a Laura Lee brand that collabed with Colourpop, but all the proceeds of this collection are going to No Kill LA. So it's a no kill animal shelter. So they take in animals and they make sure to rehome them and not actually put them down if they can't find a home. So it's a really good cause. When I heard that they were doing this, not only did I really like the products that were in it, but I liked that all proceeds were going to a really good cause. I'm all for, you know, putting money and donations to animal causes, so I was really interested in picking this up. If you did want to buy it, I'll link down below where it, like in the description box, where you can buy it from. It's from the Colourpop website, but I know that it does sell out, but it's been restocked, probably sell out again, it probably will be restocked again, but I wanted to show it to you anyway because it was like a little collection that I was excited for. So essentially this collection has 3 lip products and 4 Super Shock shadows, which are the kind of eyeshadows. I'm wearing them all on my face today, but you can buy the lip products in a trio and you save a little bit of money, which is what I did. So that's that little box there. You can also just buy them individually if you wanted one shade. And then there's also 4 Super Shock shadows that you can buy in a pack or once again individually. I bought the packs. Along with this collab with Laura Lee, they have re-released also the 2 shades they brought out last year, which were 2 Super Shock shadows where the proceeds go to No Kill LA, and I picked up one of them. I think this is in the shade, it's in the shade Catnip. So this is just a Super Shock shadow, and it's got this beautiful glittery, it's sort of like a, I don't know, bronzy, rosy, interesting, really, really pretty. Alright, so let's start with the Super Shock shadows. I love Super Shock shadows by Colourpop. They're a cream to powder sort of product, or they're sort of like a moussey hybrid between a powder and a cream. Anyway, they're really weird. They move around a lot, but they're really, really beautiful. The mattes work really well. They work just as well as eyeshadows, but I particularly love the really shimmery ones because you can add like a sparkle to your look without it having like loose glitter everywhere. So I really love these. So even though these Laura Lee ones, the eye look that I've done, I will show you at the end. I did film that and it was the first time I've used these, but I am very familiar with the formula. Like the oldest one that I have is this guy here, which is in Millionaire, and I love it. I use these all the time, so I'm very familiar with the products, which is why I was confident buying this collection. So before I do go on, I do want to point out that these all have limited edition packaging. The packaging has Colourpop on it like a normal Super Shock shadow, but it's in rose gold and it's got a little paw print on it, which is really cute. Alright, so let's start with the first shade in this pack or this collection. All of these are limited edition, and this one's called Hiney. It's a Super Shock shadow, ultra metallic. Essentially it is this beautiful kind of coppery, rosy glitter. So this doesn't have much of a base color to it. It's mainly just a fine glitter that you can either pack on with your finger, pack on like on top of glitter glue to make it really intense, or if you just want to put it on really quickly with a brush, it just adds a nice sparkle. Like I like to call it everyday sparkle. It's quite glittery, but it's also quite wearable, and this shade's really, really pretty. So I really like this shade, and I think it's a good sort of, if you like a warm sparkly look, this is a really pretty one. All right, the next shade is Glitz, and this is a matte. Now in the actual tub, this sort of looks like, I don't know, I'd say a rosy mauve. It almost looks like it's a neutral or it's a little bit cool toned, but you'll see when I do apply this at the end of the video, this does apply really warm. So it almost looks like a peachy color. It almost looks like a vibrant peach on the skin, or at least on my skin it does. I think it's a really beautiful way to add a pop of warmth or a pop of color to a look, like just in the crease or all over the lid. Very smooth to apply, really easy to apply, and but I do think it's deceptively more orange. I don't know if you can see it there in the pan compared to the swatch, but I think when it's sheared out it looks a lot more orange than it does. I would originally think that this is like, yeah, more cool toned, more of a mauvey rose sort of color, but it's definitely more of an orange peach. Then we have the shade Shiny, which is not shiny. This is a beautiful color. sort of looks, off camera it looks like a really warm chocolate brown. On camera it looks a little bit more red, so more ox blood red. And then it's really strange because it applies more of, I don't know, like a dark burnt red orange. So it once again is a lot warmer than it looks in the pan. So just be aware of that. Once again, I would think that this is yeah, more of a chocolatey brown just by looking at it, but definitely swatched it's more of a burnt orangey red. It's a really pretty color. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, so it's not a flat matte, but it's just a beautiful color. I've got that on the outer corner, and it is a really nice way to add some intensity to a look. It's a pretty color. All right, the last shade that I was probably really excited for, once again, I like an everyday glitter. I like a really easy way to add a sparkle to my look without it being like complicated or effort or fallout or whatever. So this shade, Ritz, really appealed to me. You can see that this one is a lot different to the other shades because it's more cool toned. This looks like it's got more of a nude base, but then it's jam-packed full of really fine silver glitter. Now this is gorgeous. I think the nude base paired with the silver glitter means it doesn't look too icy or frosty, and it does go with the other shades that are quite warm. But this is a gorgeous shade that you can just maybe tap on top of any eyeshadow look to add a bit of a glitter, or you can sort of pack it on in the inner corner or lower lash line for a bit of, like, I don't know, glitz. But once again, if you want this to be more intense, you'd need something like a glitter glue to really grab it. But otherwise, it's this beautiful dispersed sort of glitter with a slight tan base. And it can just, I don't know, add a beautiful natural kind of glitter. Oh, it's so pretty to any look. And I think that's really fun, especially for the holiday season. So I am using all those on my eyes today, and I think it creates a really beautiful look. When I did see these online, I thought that it would create more of a romantic rosy look, but using them, they do apply a lot warmer, and it like creates more of a peachy orange look, which is, you know, really in, but just be aware that it does apply warmer than it looks in the pot. I think the balance of the matte, the sort of satin, the glitters are really beautiful. You can create a bunch of looks with it. You can also work it into an existing collection of Super Shock shadows or any other eyeshadows that you've got. I think some of these are really special, and some of them are just very versatile and sort of easy to use. So I really like this collection. All right, so on to the lip products. Like I said, you can buy this individually, you can buy it in a pack. I bought it in the pack. These are a bit different to the normal packaging. It's got a rose gold lid, and then it says the product, and it says Laura Lee X Colourpop, and it's got little roses and little paw prints. So it is limited edition packaging for these, and once again, these are limited edition shades. You get an ultra glossy lip, which I was really intrigued by. I normally don't like glossy lips, but when I saw this swatched, I thought this was really pretty. It's like a highlighter for the lips. It's a clear gloss with like a champagne soft gold shimmer to it, and it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's really beautiful, and it's one of those things that you can apply on its own or on top of any other lip product just to add a sort of sheen to it. You can build it up to make it more kind of shimmery, or you can sort of blot it down to make it look just like a slight sheen. I think it's a really pretty lip gloss. It's not something I'd normally reach for, but I'm actually really loving it. I think it's a really smart, glittery lip gloss. And if you like I said, if you like a bit of sparkle, you like a bit of sheen, that's a really sensible sort of wearable version. I really like it. Then we have the Ultra Metallic Lip. This one I don't love as much. I don't think it's as versatile as the glittery gloss, which I think can be really flattering on its own. If you do like a metallic lip and you like rose gold, this could be a really pretty one for you. This sort of just reminds me of like 70s gold glam era, and it's not really my cup of tea, but at the same time, you can apply this on top of other products. This isn't super opaque. It does apply really evenly, so you can just put one coat and have a nice even look. but you can see your lip color underneath a little bit. Now the good thing about that is you can layer it on top of other things, and you can kind of see the product underneath, which is what I might demonstrate on top of this lip that I'm wearing today. But yeah, this is probably the one I like the least out of the collection, but it is a pretty metallic. Now the one that I'm wearing, and the second reason I wanted to buy this pack, is this one here. So this is Bam, and this is an ultra satin lip. Now I like the ultra satin lips more than the ultra matte lips from Colourpop, because ultra matte lips can be too dry and flaky, whereas these ultra satins sort of, there's a little bit of transfer, but they are more comfortable and they are just as long wearing. So I really like this. I also really like the color. It's like a very, very dark red, but it's got a bit of coolness to it. So if you do, when you do take it off, you'll notice that there's a lot of pink and purple in it. So it's more of a berry rather than like a burgundy, if that makes sense, or more of a berry than a terracotta sort of orangey red. I think it's a gorgeous color for the holiday season. I think it's a gorgeous color in general, and I think it'd be flattering on a lot of people. If you like a red lip and you wanted to try something a little bit more vampy, this is a great color to try. I like the formula. Once again, it's not super opaque, but it does apply really evenly, so you don't need to build it up. If you did want to put 2 coats, it will look darker. But the one thing about this that I would recommend is using a lip liner with it, because it is more of a moussey formula, and you can put it on a little bit unevenly. So it's probably best to go in with a lip liner, but it's a gorgeous color. And now I want to just try some of this metallic one on top of this red. I have used the ultra glossy lip with the sparkles on top of this red. It looks really pretty. It just turns this into more of a, yeah, sheeny glossy red, which I really like, but I sort of want to try this metallic. That's actually really pretty. All right, I thought I'd just zoom in. That is me just tapping that metallic kind of rose gold over the red. It looks really pretty. I really like it. Because these are both sort of long wear formula, you've got like a sheen to it, and it looks really kind of complicated and interesting, but it's gonna last a long time. All right, so what do I think of this collection? I have dabbled in a few of these products before I filmed this. I like it. I think it's a really solid collection. I think the cause is fantastic, and if you were interested in any of these products, definitely pick them up just to support the cause. Like, no-kill shelters are great, and I really applaud Colourpop and Laura Lee for doing this. I'm not a Laura Lee fan, so that wasn't the draw card for me. I just thought that the colors were really well picked out. The balance of the sparkles and the mattes and the satins and the sort of deeper shades but lighter shades. I thought it was a really smart collection. I thought it was perfect for like the holiday season, and like there might have been a couple of shades that I wasn't super keen on trying, but I'm glad that I got it and I'm glad that I tried it. So if you do like Colourpop formulas of things and you like these shades, I do highly recommend checking out the collection. I think these lip colors are really smart. They all work really well together to like add different finishes. I really like this sort of champagne gloss. I think this is a lot more versatile than it looks. I love the dark red. It's just so smart. And some of the shades, including this sort of glittery, silvery one, I know I'm going to reach for a lot. So I think it's a really well thought out collection. They all work really well together. The eyes and the lips work really well together. And I'm very happy that I bought it. So that's my little review. If you want to see this eye look that I created, keep on watching. All right, so now time for the eye look. See how they apply sort of section of this video. I'm going to be using all of these. I have primed my eye and I have set it with just a cream colored eyeshadow, just a matte, so that's all I've got going on here. I'm also going to be using brushes. This is from a new Australian brand. I was randomly sent these, which was really, really sweet, but I wanted to mention them because they're beautiful and soft and they are synthetic. And if you wanted to find like a Christmas present or a late Christmas present for a friend, this is a new Australian brand, and you get 15 brushes for $150, so 10 bucks a brush. But these are the brushes I'm going to be using. So I'm going to go in with Hiney first, which is that sort of rose gold, beautiful shimmer one, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid. And I'm going to use this sort of like flat, sort of flat looks like you can pack on product pretty well. Now, if you've never used this kind of formula before, they are a cream to powder, but you can just use them like any form of powder. The good thing is that they can pack a lot of punch when it comes to like metallic looks or glittery looks. Because of that cream formula, it's not as flaky, but it does, yeah, you just apply it like any normal eyeshadow. With these kind of glittery ones as well, you can get this kind of gorgeous, I don't know if you can see it, this gorgeous sort of kind of glittery look, or you can use your finger to really intensify it because they pick up really nicely on the finger. So that's actually a gorgeous color. So this is a really pretty color. It's like a sparkly rose gold. It is made out of like glitter that's got pink and gold, and it looks quite complicated and really multi-dimensional in real life. It's much more sparkly in real life than it looks on camera. So with a small sort of fluffy brush, I'm just going in with Glitz, which is like a matte mauve rosy color. I'm just sort of putting that in the crease. So you can see that added just a peachiness in the crease. Just going to run that really roughly on the lower lash line as well, just with the same fluffy brush. Wow, that looks so peach. So it looks kind of rosy here, but on the eye it ends up looking quite bright and peachy. So it can lift a look if you like peach colors. Then with more of a pencil brush, I'm going in with Shiny, which is more like, I don't know, it's like an ox blood color that's got a bit of a sheen to it. So it's more of a satin finish. Sort of looks chocolate, but really, really red chocolate. And I'm just going to add that to the outer corner and the lower lash line, just really roughly. Wow, that's a really gorgeous color. So it looks really dark in the pan, but on the skin blended out, it looks really beautiful, burnt orangey red. God, it's a gorgeous color. And then I'm going to apply the one that I was most excited about. This is Ritz, which is sort of like a tan, no, it's like a beige with a silver shimmer to it. It looks gorgeous. So you can see that's the color at the base and that's the shift. And I'm just going to put that on with a bit of like this detailer brush, just on the inner corner. This one's a little bit harder to pack on because it's mainly just like dispersed glitter, but God, it gives a gorgeous effect. All right, that shade's really interesting because it adds a beautiful pop of shimmer, but it's not like a metallic shade, it's more like a dispersed glitter. So if you look at it, you can see that it's just a bunch of dispersed glitter. It'd be beautiful on top of, like, just patted on top of an eye look, especially like a smoky look. Or you can sort of build it up to make it more of a gorgeous sort of like, yeah, just sparkle look. That one's a really pretty one, probably one of the most versatile shades in this bunch. All right, and that's the finished look with lashes and liner. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of this collection. I personally really like it. There's nothing really about it. Even though things might not be exactly to my taste, I think they all work really well and they all work really well together. So hopefully you picked it up if you wanted it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.